Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Education Dialogue, where we dive deep into the world of education and explore its challenges, triumphs, and everything in between. I'm your host, Akriti, and today we're going to discuss a topic that affects us all: the implementation of new education policy of 2020 in our respective schools. Joining me today are four incredible educators from NH Goel World School, Raipur. Each of them represent a different level of education. So please welcome Mrs. Anita Anil, who's the cluster head for foundation program at NH Goel and has over 17 years of expertise in primary grades. We next welcome Mrs. Parul Izhar. She's PGT Economics at NH Goel World School and boasts over a decade of teaching experience. The third person who's joining the panel is Mr. Harshvardhan Rathore. He's a PGT mathematics teacher at NH Goel World School with more than 5 years of experience. And the fourth person that is joining us is Mrs. Samreen. She is a PRT teacher at NH Goel World School, which she has drawn more than 10 years of experience in teaching the primary grades. So I just want to thank all of you for taking out your valuable time and giving all the information to our viewers about this thing.
Thank you very much.
So we have two people who are joining us from our own fraternity, Ms. Kumud and Mr. Jay Relwani. They will be showcasing how EdTech companies can actually benefit from these policies. So Kumud and Jay, welcome to the show and thank you for participating in this show again and again and over. So thanks a lot for your cooperation.
Thank you.
Akriti.
So, as all of you know that we're discussing about the education policy of 2020. So, a lot of our viewers would want to know in brief what the policy is all about and how, what are the terms, what are the requirements, what are the benefits, if there are any disadvantages of the policy. So I would request Samreen ma'am to kindly inform all the viewers about what NEP 2020 is all about and how it is going to affect and bring a revolution in the education system.
Thank you so much, Akriti. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. So before we start about NEP 2020, I just give you a brief history that when this NEP start. So the very first NEP was introduced in year 1968 by Indira Gandhi, and then after that the second NEP was brought by Mr. Rajiv Gandhi in 1996. Then it was modified in the year 1944 under PVC Narasimha Rao, and after that, now after 34 years, we have our new NEP 2020 and was made under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Kasturirangan. So there are a lot of changes, lot of things we have seen in this NEP 2020. Where I just show you, is it my screen visible? Wait, yeah. So this is the presentation which I want to tell you about a few highlights of what is NEP 2020. So earlier we can see that earlier the education program was it started from the age 6 and it was the 10+2 program. But now after this NEP 2020, it is changed to 5+3+3+4. Education has been started from 3 years. From 3 to 6 years, it's a preschool. Then the next 2 years, class 1 and 2, and then the next 3 years start from grade 3 to grade 3, 4, and 5. They play and learn. They discover something new. They will lot of activities-based learning will be happening in these years. And then the next 3 years will be of grade 6, 7, and 8. Wherein experiential learning in science, in mathematics, in discovery-based learning will be taken up. And then the last 4 years of from grade 9 to 12, it will be a multidisciplinary study wherein a lot of they are so flexible in choosing the subject. Now, like if you remember, like when we were in like in our school days, like when we did our board exam, so we are very much limited. The subjects are very much limited. Only we have to stream like arts or commerce or science. But now all those barriers are like they are removed. Now it is so flexible. They can opt for any subject. They can go for science with humanities, commerce with economics. So many changes have been made within this NEP 2020, which is very, very good. And then like there are some it's a universalization of educational curriculum. They are bringing holistic development in students, like and from grade 6 onwards they will be getting the training for the coding, for vocational training, which is very, very important, which help them to come and uh, do the work in the practical life. See, whatever we are learning, it's I believe it's half of the learning when you are in the school. The learning completes when you go outside, right? When you go outside, when you meet the uh, when you meet the world, then it will be completed. So in from grade 6 onwards, this NEP they will start giving their vocational training in the sense like in carpenting, plumbing. There are so many different aspects where they have been getting these training. Then experiential learning and integrated program also, like it's not only limited to one subject. Now we are bringing all the subjects together, like how particular topic when suppose if we talk about water, so how water is related with English, what maths will come into this when we talk about, and then what we'll learn from the science. So simple one topic we integrated with other subject, so that help us to get what is there in the practical life. And then like with the NEP 2020, there are more it is not, it's a multilingual. They are focusing like it should be like the home, all the language should be there, like whether they are comfortable with the regional language or a mother language or global language. So it is not only it is not only that they have only one language, it is very much flexible. And the very, very important point is the assessment. Now the assessment is of it's 360, we can say 360-degree academics will be taken, and the assessment will be not only the teachers are giving like assessing them, but they will themselves assess, like it's self assessment is there, peer assessment is there. So they are not only them like teacher, they are waiting for the teachers to assess them, but they can assess themselves. Now like if I am a student, I can assess myself where I am. Even the pair also assess where is my buddy. So together they can come together, they learn and they can help each other. So it's a comprehensive 360-degree report card based on skill and capabilities of a child. So mother tongue, as I have already discussed, mother tongue will be the medium of instructions. And then encouraging internship opportunities for students of middle school and high school. So like once they will start the vocational training from the grade 6 onwards, so it will help them so that they can go in the practical life, they can develop those skills which will be very, very helpful for their future. So and then yes, like for the GDP point of view, now the government is ready to to give. Not earlier they were spending only 3%. Now they are ready to spend 6% of GDP on education, which is very, very good.
Thank you,
Yes.
Samriti ma'am, for such an elaborate information, as well as I believe all the viewers would, have gotten some kind of information what NEP is all about. So, without wasting any time, as Samreen ma'am has given a lot of information on what NEP is, how it progressed, all about its history, how flexible it is. I would like to ask the first question to Harshvardhan sir. I would want to ask you, sir, how it is going to bring a revolution in the education system, because there are so many benefits that are listed There is a lot of flexibility with language. Students can choose their own courses. They have a plethora of options with them. So how is it going to actually change and benefit the present education system?
Good afternoon, everyone present here. The NEP 2024, this is providing the holistic education approach. It means the policy emphasizes a holistic and multidisciplinary approach to education, moving away from the traditional compartmentalization of the subjects. Now the students are able to opt for the subjects which are basically they used to offer in the college. The subjects are being introduced in the education level right now, the school level. This is a very good opportunity for students to explore the subjects in a very little age. Second, now NEP is giving them the flexible learning. It promotes flexibility in choosing subjects. As I already told you, the students are having options to choose music along with the science stream, commerce stream, and they can choose any of the vocational subject along with their main courses like science, commerce, and arts. Early childhood care and education. The students now, the policy focuses on early childhood education, recognizing its critical importance in laying the foundation of the future learning. Now, NEP introduces multilingualism. That means it aims to ensure proficiency in at least 2 languages. Earlier, it was only one compulsory language. Now, NEP focuses on at least proficiency in the 2 language with a focus on the mother tongue and regional tongue. Second is assessment reforms. The policy advocates for a shift from rote learning to a competency-based learning, competency-based assessment system focusing on critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving, so that the students can be prepared for the competition exams like NEET, CAT, GMAT, GRE, etc. Teacher training and professional development. This is very important part of the NEP now. It emphasizes the continuous training and professional development of teachers to enhance their effectiveness in the classroom. If the teacher will be professional and teacher will be having in-depth knowledge and proper trainings, the students will get more benefit from the teachers. Technology integration. NEP encourages the integration of technology in education to facilitate personalization learning and improve access to quality education, especially in remote areas where teachers are not available. So we can use technology there to send a message, to send our education there, even in the remote areas without any teachers. Now, higher education reforms. The policy proposes significant reforms in higher education, including the establishment of multidisciplinary institutions, flexibility in degree structures, and emphasizes on research and innovation. Thank you.
So I guess everyone would be really happy that the education is not only going to reach the privileged students, but it's going to inculcate all the students who are a part of our country. So this is something that we are looking forward to, and slowly and steadily that the teachers who are not available in the remote areas of our country, the students will not be deprived of the education. So these benefits actually will uplift the level of education that we have in our country and will benefit all of us. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with all the benefits. I believe that NEPs definitely, it will bring a lot of revolution, and we can see, how it is affecting. But nowadays, we all know that there is so much competition in the market, right? With the kids, and they are always looking forward, right? What next to do? And if they're not clear about their career path, I think it could set them back, in the race of, participation as well as performing with their peers. So I would want to ask Parul ma'am that, how this is going to help kids choose a career path, at a very early stage of their education.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to speak on such a honorable platform. Now, since NEP, being an economics student, I have found student, basically being an economics student, come teacher too. I have found immense benefits which we can observe from the NEP policy. Now, this has really helped. This is really going to help our students a lot in choosing their career path. Now, if I will go and start counting the benefits, there are n number of benefits. If we will talk about this guidance, which NEP is basically going to provide to the students. The very first thing which if we can observe is that NEP basically gives early exposure to so many various fields, which earlier it was not possible. Now, this exposure will definitely help our students to make informed decisions about their future career paths. The curriculum, if you will observe in the new curriculum which is going to be launched by this NEP, is very much flexible. Now, this flexibility of allowing the students to choose their subjects is basically based on their interest and aptitudes. This will intend our students will be very profitable and helpful for students also. Now, the very important aspect which has been introduced by the NEP is that it has made now career counseling and guidance as an important part during the school year. Now, schools are getting encouraged to provide access to the qualified counselors who can guide and also help our students to choose various career options. So, this is another very important thing which has been introduced by NEP. Moreover, now if we will see the curriculum, it has been totally changed into vocational education. Now, this is considering the skill development as very integral part of the school curriculum. Now, again, a very important aspect for our students to choose the career path. And along with that, these internship and experiential learning is also being introduced by NEP, because NEP do encourages the integration of internships, apprenticeships, and other forms of experiential learning. Now, these opportunities will definitely allow students to gain real-world experience, which earlier it was not possible. Maybe we are, to some extent, we are also a bit sad that हमें ये opportunity नहीं मिली. But definitely, our future learners are definitely going to get benefited from this internship and experiential learning. And moreover, and the last and the most important, the technology-enabled career guidance is definitely going to provide a lot of information about the various career options. Online platforms are there, career assessment tools are there, virtual career fairs are there. This will help our students to explore different paths, and the connections with the professionals will also be built up. So I won't be able to list it in one simple format, but yes, there are n number of benefits which our students will definitely get to choose their career path in a proper and a right manner with the help of everything. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We believe that a lot of opportunities are, will be in the way of students, and we feel really blessed that they will be getting all of these opportunities which were not there earlier in our time. But I think education, the technology is evolving as we speak. So definitely there would be some things which we have missed and the future generation are going to benefit with it. So as Parul ma'am has spoken about a lot of internship opportunities, the students that will be getting. So I would like to ask Samreen ma'am that can you just throw some light on what kind of opportunities the students will get, when they're choosing any curriculum for themselves, or maybe they're choosing any subject for themselves.
Sure, thank you so much. Yes, see, it is very important. This NEP emphasis is more important from the very beginning, from the early childhood education. See, we can say that if the roots are strong, obviously we will get fruits, right? So if your early education is like, if you provide them very strong, very big, very beginning of the age of the life, if you start giving them the knowledge, which practical knowledge rather than the bookish knowledge or the rote learning. So this aims to provide universal access to high quality early childhood care and education, wherein it lays the foundation for long life learning development across their domain. Then it should be a multidisciplinary education wherein they have as I have told you before, it should not be limited only for a particular subject, but they should how the particular topic integrated with other subjects. They should learn about that. They should know, and that should do it practically. Then it will be strong. Then it will be learning for them, and then it will be useful when they go out and they develop the skills and they start working on them. So it also encourages schools to offer a wide range of co-curricular and extracurricular activities, including sports, arts, music, vocational education, to career and to diverse interest and talent. It is very, very important. Nowadays, it is not only limited with few subjects, but yes, if they have some interest in sports, in music, or in any other field, so they are getting opportunities. Like I just gave you the example of my school in NH Goel School. Now, in the coming session, now what we will be doing, there will be a separate section. The school has made a separate section for the for the kids, those who are interested in different sports. Like there will be a different classes will be different for them, timetable will be different for them. Schools are giving opportunity so that they can enhance their skill, they can do something, like they are giving opportunities to bring them up and then to meet up their what they want it to be in their future. And then experiential learning, as I have told you, by changing in real life experience, student can develop deeper understanding of various subjects, acquire valuable skills relevant to the different domain. And yes, of course, as like we have been discussing from the beginning, that is a flexible curriculum. It's not limited only few, but yes, they can choose of the interest, like as they go for higher education, it's a multiple time they can do entry and exit. Like if they have started their suppose after 12 they start their graduation, so if they are not comfortable with a particular subject in the first year, so they get the opportunities to shift to the another subject where they have interest, where they can do something, where they have to build their skills. So this is a very, very good thing which NEP has introduced. Like it's a multiple entry or exit. They can go for any of the stream, any subject which they feel they can acquire skills and knowledge. And yes, technology integration. Like in our school, we have been like this NEP 2020. It's come in, but in our school, I tell you about NH Goel. All these things we are doing since years. We have been doing all these things. It's nothing new for us. Like we have been in our curriculum, in our lesson plan, we every lesson plan has activity. We make them to learn what they from their surrounding, from the practical knowledge rather than the bookish knowledge. Like our even we also designed, like according to the NEP, the exam should be systematic in such a way so that the rote learning will not be, they will not only pass out with the rote learning, but they will learn something from the surrounding, from the practical knowledge, and which NH Goel is also doing the same thing. And then the teachers training program, yes, every year we have the teacher training program in our schools. Like in the month of May and April, and even in between also we get the trainings from the different field. We get acquired knowledge and the resource person will be called out. So it's a personality development. Also the teacher in NS Goel also, they are learning. Every year we are like upgrading ourselves. So it encourages this teacher training program and support. It encourages schools to provide ongoing support and mentoring to teachers to enhance their effectiveness in catering to the revised needs and interest of students.
Okay, so I really like this point where the students can actually drop in after a year if they're not very comfortable with the course, because I remember when I was in graduation, I was not able to adjust with the college and with the curriculum, and I thought of changing my stream at that point of time, which was not it was possible although, but I had to be 1 year I would be lagging with the rest of my teammates. So
this NEP 2020, it is very important. They're very important. What they have introduced, like if only 1 year you have completed, it's nothing will be waste. That is a very good thing. Nothing will be waste. Like if you have completed 1 year, then you will be getting the certificate. If you have completed 2 years, then you will be getting the diploma.
Yeah, the credits will
your credits will be transferred.
Yeah, same. And then like if you have completed 3 years, so bachelor degrees, and the 4 years, then bachelor research degree will be given to you.
Correct.
And then the master's education will be it will be only for 1 year if you have completed the 4 years.
4 year program.
So these things are very, very, very important and very good. For the kids.
You're not missing out on time, right? Even if you're like doing a bachelor degree for a year, for 4 years, masters will be. So
nothing is gonna waste. Nothing is gonna waste. Whatever you have learned, you will be benefited for that.
I think we have spoken a lot about internship, vocational courses, opportunities available. I think the parents would want to ask that how are they going to assess their child on the basis of assessments? What are the changes made? A lot of teachers, because for parents, I believe that you would want to know how is my child performing, and that can only happen when we see some kind of report in our hand, right? So I want to ask Anita ma'am that what are the changes made in the assessment system, especially after this policy?
Right. Thank you so much. This is a very important question. Like everybody will be asking, and now like NEP has been changed a lot. And like earlier we had rote learning system, we had one single assessment, and term end examinations were there. Now they have been shifted to formative assessments, in which like importance of continuous formative assessment throughout the academic year. The child is being assessed since the beginning of the session till the end of the session. It's not that only one term and exam will be give grades to them. And it's all formative assessment that is focusing on monitoring the students' learning process throughout the year, in which the teachers provide feedbacks, the peers provide feedbacks, they can take self-assessment and they can assess themselves and identifying the areas for improvement. So there can be different type of quizzes, assignments, projects, group discussions, peer assessments. A child can do the project by themselves. They can show that particular project in the classroom, share his learning with his friends and peers, so that after that he can be given the feedback, so that he can find out the importance, like where he has to improve, and he can self-assess himself. The next is the competency-based assessment. Now, the system evaluates students' ability to apply their knowledge and skills in real-world context. Now, it's all focusing on real-world context, how the child can apply this in real-life situations. So it's not at all memorization, rote learning, the ways which we studied, memorizing things, writing it 1,000 times. All this have changed into their competency-based assessment. They will use their critical thinking. It aims to measure the students' overall understanding and mastery of the concepts, rather than their ability to reproduce information. Information can be given from anywhere, but the concept, if it is not clear, he cannot use that in any other context. So it's all related to mastery of concept here. Now, the new NEP has reduced the high stakes of examination. Now, the board examination, in the school level, all those things have been reduced. It aims to reduce the pressure on the students and shift the focus towards the holistic development. Now, everywhere, it's been mentioned in NEP, holistic development of the students rather than single performance in examination. Skill building and holistic development is the main focus. Flexible assessment format, which encourages the use of flexible assessment, like they can do a different type of examination, oral examination, written examination, practical demonstrations. They can prepare their own portfolios, presentations, and projects. And this all things allow the children to demonstrate their understanding and skills in a different way. Some children, they might not be able to, write properly. They can draw and express their feelings. So they can do a project related to that particular topic. So this allows their understanding. Now, assessment reforms in higher education is also like proposed. It significant reforms in assessment practices in higher education institution. Now, this advocates for implementation of continuous assessment methods, credit-based evaluation systems, and the use of multiple assessment tools which will measure the students' learning outcomes and competencies effectively. Now, they can also inculcate technologies in their assessment. They can use digital tools, online platforms, and computer-based testing to facilitate efficient, reliable, and transparent assessment process. So the technology has enabled the assessment. Enabled assessment can also provide personalized feedback and adaptive learning experiences tailored to the individual students' needs. So they have been given a lot open platform for doing their own, creativity, and according to their the skills they have learned, they can develop n number of assessments which will be assessed throughout the year, not waiting for term end or the other examinations, board examinations.
So I think a lot of teachers' task would be increased because they have to continuously evaluate the students all the time.
Yeah.
The students definitely are going to benefit because they will be evaluated on each and every, score or maybe like topic.
Right. And even the fear of examination is also reduced. Like as they are continuously evaluated, so there is a scope in every single field.
Correct. Very well said, ma'am. So now, because we have heard all the answers from all the experts over here from NH Goel, that digitization is there, a lot of technology is there, and everything is going to go on internet, right, at your fingertips. So I want to ask Jay that what would be the implication of this policy on EdTech companies in totality, because definitely it's going to have a huge boom in this sector. Because the schools are going global with technology, so EdTech definitely comes into power right now.
Yeah. So to start with, I think, the education was the only sector where, a lot of redevelopment had to happen because we have been following all the traditional methods of teaching and learning. And that's where, NEP is a boon, and it has opened doors for, schools to collaborate with EdTech companies, and the demand is also growing. So because, now the technology at the rate which it is evolving, and there is a drastic need, to impart this to the present generation, and kids start learning about technology, start using technology so that they are ready for the future. And because of this, the NEP, what has been implemented thanks to Narendra Modi ji, they have already, told schools to, start teaching coding in, elementary grades, so that, when they go to higher grades, they are ready, they can use technology very easily, they can learn proactively. So this is where, the role of schools in building the next generation. And so they can collaborate with EdTech companies, and they can take support. And yeah, as Anita ma'am mentioned that, they can use the digital tools for assessment. So we are already in igebra, what we are doing with kids is we have given a platform, a learning management system, wherein we upload those quizzes and children practice. And it is an interactive platform and children are enjoying it as well. And the assessment is graded automatically. That is one thing. And we are also teaching robot creative coding, wherein, it is a multidisciplinary. Sabreen ma'am was mentioning that, that approach should be multidisciplinary. And that's where when we are teaching coding, so it is applying those math concepts, and it is also goal based. So when students are, working on their projects, so it is driving their curiosity to, learn those concepts, and they are enjoying it. So that is so beautiful. And not only for the privileged ones. So as we mentioned in the beginning, that government will, spend more money and they will increase the budget for education. So last year in Raipur, 3 government schools were reconstructed and they were changed to English medium schools, and they have developed computer labs, and they put all the equipments. They have put a smart board in the computer lab. So that has also opened an opportunities for the EdTech companies to go there. So we have collaborated with them and put up data and AI clubs, and the children are doing really well. And this also is a leap wherein not even the underprivileged kids, but even the not even the privileged, but also the underprivileged kids can also get benefited from this new education policy.
I think education policy is revolutionizing the EdTech companies' business also. So I think we should be very, very glad that we are going global with the company as well, right? So because Kumud is here from igebra with us, so I want to ask you specifically that, how exactly NEP's policies or guidelines can be taken further up by igebra as a company, and what can igebra do to enhance the role of this policy?
Okay, so we are talking about NEP. I think igebra has the capability to revolutionize education by integrating artificial intelligence and creative coding. We collaborate with educational institutions to develop curriculum models that integrate artificial intelligence into various subjects. And I think this will help the students, to develop the essential skills for their future. Like Jessa previously mentioned, like in schools, we are using the multidisciplinary approach for teaching math and coding. So this actually helps them to visualize the mathematical concepts through the projects that they are making. So, it's giving them a different platform to learn maths through, bringing out their creativity. Like we also organize competitions and exhibitions to foster the interest and engagement of the students in artificial intelligence. Like last year, we conducted a competition, data and AI talks. So I think it brought out the best from the students. We also had put up the exhibitions in schools, and now we are also planning to somewhat conduct that similar competitions and exhibitions this year also. And we are also starting with a generative AI club in schools this year. And things that I've mentioned, like we are doing this for kids, but also we are conducting workshops and training sessions for the teachers, to update them with the latest technologies, with the latest advancements that's going on. And I think this will help them to effectively incorporate the use of artificial intelligence in their teaching methods. So I think we are already, started implementing this new education policy in schools.
So I think igebra is just going parallelly with this policy, and it has already implemented a lot of things which are spoken about it. So I want to thank first and foremost all of you, especially the teachers who have joined us from NH Goel School. I just want to extend my heartfelt thanks for sharing your experience and your expertise with us. For the audience, we would like to say thank you for joining us in this important conversation. We all should remember that education is a policy, and it is all of us, it's duty. It's our duty to ensure that each and every step leads to a brighter future. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.